Thank you. Satya, Dr. Satya Prakash joined INCOIS in 2007. I remember him as one young, enthusiastic researcher. That time itself is much known in our scientific community. So I met him somewhere, and I know Ramesh is a guide, research guide very well. So he was introducing Satya, and with no time I was impressed the way he expressed the things, and the way and the attitude, some kind of energy existed, positive energy existed between us. So there was a position in INCOIS. So Dr. Sailesh Naik was the director. So I told him, sir, I think we have a great scientist I have seen and very high potential in INCOIS. Then he was asking, Sir Bala, what we can do, because we are geologists and biogeochemistry. So I was telling him, sir, I think the future ocean research is in biogeochemistry, and he will be one of the best he will promise for the INCOIS. So he's he convinced, and we selected him. And since then, for last almost 17 to 2021, he was with me. And for me, he was just like a brother. We can share anything and come with a lot of ideas, and there is no comparison for him with many of the fellows I have seen in my life. He is one of the most committed scientists, most dedicated human being, and one of the excellent presenter who can make his things very convincing way to the people. And he always, there is no kind of a division in his mind. Whatever the work given, whether it's a hi-fi science or hi-fi organization things, he'll do with utmost dedication. I feel it's a big loss, not only for INCOIS, but the entire scientific community. Is one of the most, I think, in the world itself, this kind of one or two scientists who can who is well in all kind of the biogeochemistry, or the entire spectrum of the biogeochemistry. So it's a great loss, this the condolence what we see, I think what we express now, it is, there is a wide gap which can be, which cannot be filled so soon. So at this moment, I feel we should be with the Dr. Satyaprakash family. They require our support, so we should be with them. So may Satya Prakash rest in eternal peace, Atma Shanti, while he will continue to live in our hearts. He will inspire us to complete the projects he was leading, especially the Mosaic project we started. It is almost 10 years. We have a lot of issues, but his dedication only made, and unfortunately, quite unfortunately, it was yesterday that we are supposed to place the order for that buoy. So all pray for his Atma Shanti, eternal peace. Now I know many of my colleagues, group directors, group heads, and the director want to express their grief. So I invite them to express their condolence. Satya.
Yeah, Bala, I just make a few things about our colleague. Yeah, really, for all of us personally, and of course, organization perspective. And yesterday, 22nd July was really, it was a black day, I can say, black day for all of us, and for the organization, and for the ministry, and for the country in general. And we lost one of the good scientists who is having very bright, future, and who is doing very good in his projects and in his science-related activities, contributing to the organization. Really, we lost such a good, potential, able scientist. It's a great loss, and really, I'm shocked at this news yesterday morning, and one of our colleagues informed me. Really, I was shocked. Even today, it's really unbelievable. The moment I know we are seeing his a picture photo on the screen, is so lively, and is there with us, like that feeling we are getting it. It's really very hard to digest that he's no more with us, and he left all of us. Really, I'm not getting words to express my feelings, and it's a great loss for his family and for the organization. And can only do that. I pray God to give strength to his family to bear this loss, and I hope that, and I pray God to give them enough strength to digest this and come back to normalcy and lead the life. That's all. And from the organization, of course, the whatever we can support, the whatever way we can support, whatever way as per the things we can give you all these things. We are working on it, and our colleagues, admin colleagues, are already in the job, and we will do all this. We will extend all the support required for his family. Yeah.
Patavi.
Colleagues and friends, it is very unfortunate that we lost a young and vibrant scientist, Dr. Satya. Unfortunately, yesterday morning, I got up with this sad news that Satya is no more. I'm still unable to digest that a young and vibrant scientist, like as Satya has mentioned, his photo still looks like alive, and chubby cheeks and all. No, he's always in my mind that no, it's a childish like face feeling. So I'm still under the shock, and I couldn't believe that he is no more with us, and it is very unfortunate that we lost one of our good friends who is young, promising, and a dedicated scientist. He possesses a pleasant personality. I never saw him I never saw him, true, believe me, I never saw him getting angry. He is diligent and is a dedicated person, as Bala has mentioned. No matter what it is a hi-fi science or a coordination work or whatever it is. So he is to take everything and work for the organization. That is his sincerity. So as it was mentioned that we have only few biogeochemical scientists in the country, and he is one among the finest scientists among the BGC scientists that we have in India. So initially, I didn't have much interaction. I know that he's a brilliant scientist we got for BGC activities, as Bala has mentioned. That that time we didn't have any biogeochemical activities at that time, but now the future is going to be the BGC. Then I thought that he's the one very important person where we need his guidance, his support, and his expertise. So you all know that the Argo program. Initially, we came up with the the core Argo, where we have temperature and salinity. Under that international program, now BGC is becoming very popular. And then Satya got into this activity, and he has been one of the biogeochemical team of international Argo program. And he has been contributing significantly for this, particularly the BGC of international program. And of course, we do have our Indian program where now we are concentrating more on BGC in future. So I was thinking that he is going to be the key person, and at a critical moment we lost him. Further, my association with him very closely in the recent past is that he has been in the Joint Program Office of International Indian Ocean Expedition 2. He's leading the secretariat. And I have been a member of working group on data and information management, and I see that the activities are dormant for quite some time. And then there was a discussion that we need to revitalize. With only one or two people we were unable to do, then Satya has played a significant role in revitalizing these IIOE2 activities, particularly the data and information management. And we started interacting with the scientific colleagues involved in this program. And recently I saw that the people started submitting the information. That is just because of Satya's initiative, where now I'm taking this help, and again it's a great loss. In fact, we are coming up with our programs, where ocean observation programs, as Director has mentioned, we are coming up with the plans for the next few years. So where we as I mentioned, now again BGC is going to play a major role because it's not going to be a single discipline. That we are going to work on multidisciplinary aspect. So then I was discussing with Anish and other colleagues that now we need to concentrate on BGC, and where we thought we could involve Satya as a key person, but unfortunately is no more with us. So the real tribute to him, you all know that his initiatives and setting up of the laboratories and all. So probably our real tribute could be to continue his works, his ideas, and his plan with the same dedication and the interest that he has shown. So I think with this, I think my heartfelt and deepest condolences to his bereaved family, and let's pray that Almighty to give them courage and support. May his soul attain moksha. Okay.
Sudhir. Sudhir, you are muted.
Yesterday morning, I got up and afterwards I opened my phone and saw his smiling faces. I thought maybe his birthday. Then I suddenly realized that the message below, I could not believe it. I asked whether it is serious or because in that is the first question came to my mind. Then I informed some of my friends. Then in the shock, I just called whomever it came to my mind. I informed them, and we moved to his home and finally saw that it is a reality. Slowly, the things started digesting in my mind that he is no more with us. In fact, I was thinking he will be my long colleague now because with this Biogeo and all this PFZ related work, he is taking care of that. So I thought he is going to be my long colleague now. But all of a sudden, this thing happened. Last week only he came and told I will go for checkup, and he came back and then told doctor told I have little bit high sugar, then everything is fine. But all of a sudden the entire picture is changed. Had it not been taken that vaccine, I don't think he will go from us now. He would have been live. So what lesson maybe I think it's like no. I think it is there in the government policy that within 3 months somebody can take this vaccine. That is the protocol which was followed by him and the doctors. But now because of this incident, if for avoiding this kind of stuff in future, if the government can take it, means it is not that there is a policy that people should not be discouraged from taking vaccine, but at the same time, people who are at high risk like this should not be allowed to take, or there should be a medical board before, just not based on a single doctor's advice. This kind of injection should be given to an individual when he survived from a devastating COVID attack, and he was really in a very bad condition that time, and he just recovered and came out from his situation. In that situation, nobody should be given such vaccine, and this has to go into the protocol list of the government. I don't know what we can do about that. Maybe collectively we can think and give a representation or give a letter to the concerned people if it can be avoided at least in future, so that no family will suffer such such situation just because of one momentary action, and their life is taken away. When we have a memory of Satya, we used to sit in one room in the middle of that place where near to the audit conference hall, and almost we used to have scientific discussions, chit chat. We used to have discussion about sometimes when during tea time about the politics. He used to be always a jovial person. And sometimes that time he was working with Argo Floats. We used to show how the profiles of BG, some first profiles when he came, he was so happy. He used to jump and show some features, and all these things were happening in that room. So few years we were there in that room, and I recollect all these things when I'm just missing him today. Other thing is that what we can do about his family now that he's not there. Can we do whatever is possible from our office? In fact, he was trying to get one form filled for last week for his this NPS subscribers have one option to convert it into a like old pension scheme for if such incident happens in their life, so that he will, or the person who is facing, the family of person who is facing such situation will get a. So he basically, I don't know whether he foreseen this event or what is the reason for he was taking this initiative, but I was told he was going around with this initiative last week before his this weekend. So I can now only pray to God that may his soul rest in peace, and may God give enough courage to his family members. Let us pray for his Atma Shanti. Thank you. Thank you.
Anish.
Yes, good morning to all my INCOS colleagues and I don't know actually what to speak. Even now also I'm not ready to believe that Satya is not there among us. In fact, today morning when I was coming to office, I was still searching for his car, which used to always stand just opposite my parking where I used to park my car. And I used to maximum calls from my landline used to go to 6093. And still I'm not able to believe. So in fact, we shared a very close bond from last 4 to 5 years since we started working in that Mosaic program. It was not a single day when we didn't discuss or about science or anything other than politics, even office frustration. He was the first person to whom I used to go if I had some stress in the office or if any decisions was taken which I was not happy or something like that. But now I don't know to whom we go. Our wavelength matched so well that we did so much of work, either whether it is a cruises or analysis or discussions or so on. So I don't want to drag the discussion, but only my real tribute to him will be to complete his vision about the coastal observatories, and that will be my first priority now. And that I'm going to make sure that all the observatories are in place. And so each one of us, if we can think of it like what he was wanted to do, and if we can contribute to his vision, then that will be a great tribute to him. That's all. Thank you.
Uday?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm really at loss of words to speak anything more. He's such a wonderful person. I always used to visit the Chai Pe Charcha area where he is one of the active members, trying to discuss not just science but many other things related to life, family, and new OMs and many other things. So it's always great to be in his company and try to learn things. Whatever little BGC knowledge I have today is something with that has developed over a period in discussions with Satya Prakash. And I cherish those papers which are published together because we had some lovely conversations when we are publishing those papers. So I feel like I miss him quite a lot. I just now composed a mail and sent to BGC Argo data task team where he is a member, trying to communicate to those people saying like he is no more. And then I put the last sentence saying I miss him for all that help or getting things clear with respect to BGC Argo. Maybe now I have to fall back to the other members in the team. So that statement, when I'm making it, really pained me a lot because person next to me is more closer than person elsewhere. So that really shows the proximity and that loving nature that he has inculcated among all of us within INCOIS. So I feel beyond this, I don't have much words to speak, and I pray that his soul rest in peace, and he'll come back to us in some form or the other and trying to be the guiding force in implementing those projects which all our colleagues are mentioning. And then we live up to his expectations and then finish those projects much before the timelines that he has set to finish those programs. Thank you.
Francis?
Thank you, Bala. So I don't know whether I can express my feeling with the words, but I will try to recollect our association with Satya. As Sudhir was telling, we were sitting together in that classroom next to boardroom, and we used to call it as Rajya Sabha, where, except Satya, all others were, in a different opinion. It was such a nice time. We used to, discuss everything under the sky. And the good thing with Satya was that you have the freedom to differ with him, and that he never takes it to his heart. The next moment he comes back and we discuss something else as normal. So it was a great loss personally also, because if whenever I come to office, either my car will come first and then Satya will follow me, or I will follow Satya, and we both walk together to office every day, almost every day. So today and yesterday, it was so difficult for me to see that Satya is not there with me in that morning walk. So it's very, very sad moment. If you look at his scientific career, we know that he's the finest scientist we ever had in COIS or in the country. The choice of his science problems were very unique. He used to go into the depth of the problem. He analyzes data with a unique understanding. So that was his strength, and he mentored his students in that way. So that was another important contribution of Satya. So that is something which we are going to miss. Whenever I have some request on biogeochemistry comes for a student, if I call Satya, he is ready to accept, mentor that student, and make sure that he comes up with a good result. So that is something which we are going to miss. And we know that he has a dream project, that water quality monitoring and forecast system. Very unfortunate that when we are coming very close to the implementation stage, he's not there with us. And another important vision of him was a meridional transect in the Arabian Sea. With the deep ocean mission, with the gliders, we are very close to achieve that target also, but unfortunately Satya is not there to see that also. So it's difficult, but I'm sure that he will live in all our minds with the words and work he has been doing, and let's stand by his family. Thank you.
Anu?
Yeah, thank you, Bala. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Like any of you, yesterday, it started with a very bad news to all of us that Satya is no more, he's not amongst us, which is quite hard to believe. Unlike many of you, I never interacted with him as per science topics or anything, but being in IT department, I had quite a good interaction with him. But I would just want to say that he's quite a simple person, quite takes things very easily. Whenever he asks for something, even if I say no, he never nagged for it. And he was such a quite calm going and a simple person that whenever we talk, we used to talk in a very jovial manner. And yesterday I was trying to recall the latest discussion that we had last week during our walk after lunch. Somehow it was so coincidental that we were talking about the families who lost the earning member due to this corona and post-corona issues. And it was hard to me to digest the point that it followed in his case. And it's highly painful to look at his family, that small kid, and his mother. I mean, it's very hard to to get along with this fact that he's no more. I pray the Almighty that his soul rests in peace and that his family gets that strength to cope up with the situation. Thank you.
I know many are very close to Satya, like Supreet, Nimit, and many are there, and there's his students. So anybody who want to share their memories, please raise their hand and speak. And I want to also invite Dr. Rahman. He was also very close to Satya.
Good morning to all of you. So I don't know what to say about him. Many of you may not be knowing. Apart from my professional interaction with him, we had a very close bonding of family during our initial days. I first met him way back in 2003 or 4 in PRL hostel. As he was a PRL student, and I was in SAT. We used to visit. We were staying in colony which was near to their colony. So I met several times there, and afterwards that we know him, we know each other that time onwards. And then he came to inquest. That time he was staying in Pragati Nagar. I was also staying in Pragati Nagar, just beside our apartment. And we used to go picture in Talkie Hall. I still remember in bike in night time. And several times his father and mother, when they came here, they used to visit our home. And then afterwards, we used to go during Holi and Eid anytime. Of course, afterwards, when I moved to my new house, that time onwards, we were minimum interaction. But still, we had a very close corridor. That is coming to personal level. Then coming to office, he was the most closest we were sitting very nearby. Still now I can't believe just across this wall he was sitting. So now today he is no more. Now, as Francis and Sudhir already informed, that we used to sit four together, myself, Satya, then Francis and Sudhir. So we used to, that was so fun. Then after when we moved here in the individual room, although I was very nearby, so we used to interact. He was the one person in office who I used to interact very, friendly way. He used to say whatever he has in his mind. He was so free. I don't know, many of his colleagues may be very close to him, but our bonding was something different, probably somehow, I don't know. And even when before going, I was so worried. Last week also, we had a discussion about, he was telling that he is going for a vaccine. Then I was very worried that since he was severely affected, I told you, Satya, please, you have to be very careful and consult doctor first. Then he said, no, Ramananda, I am already consulted. And he was very much scared about his upcoming, that what will happen. Ramananda, this is now, life is only, I came back from Death's Valley. I saw what is there. So now this is the time we should only think about our family and then personal level, health and all. So I can't still believe that he is no more. Whenever I'm all my flashback going back to all those old days when we used to go picture, it's like I don't have any words what to say. I miss him. He was just across every day we'll meet. Even in pandemic situation, many of you may not be interacting, all we are interacting with this virtual mode. But he was, since he is having pandemic time, all that his room has a close, this has attached washroom. So I used to use his room only. I was not going there. He said, Ramananda, anytime you come, you are so means kind of person, and personal level. Apart from that, in professional level, I wrote one paper with him. So I know how deep knowledge he had in his subject, and I strongly believe that we lost a person with such a great in-depth knowledge in biogeochemistry, and I am afraid the replacement is I don't know whether INCOIS will be able to replace his expertise in this subject. Of course, but as Anis and many of my other colleagues already pointed out, let us work the dream of his in the project. We should implement properly. So, and we have to be thinking about their family, how to support in all way. Of course, I already talked many, Bala sir, then Srinivas sir. So with that, of course, it is the human nature of out of sight, out of mind. It will be, of course, many of us will be slowly forgetting, and day to life and all will be busy and all. But probably for me, since he was very close, sitting with me and daily, whenever I'll be coming to office, probably I'll be seeing his room and I'll go back to all my flashback. This will be happening probably many. I don't know how long it will be. It's all time to heal, but I don't know how long it will go for me. Thank you so much for giving me time for sharing my few thoughts. And many other colleagues are already there. They will share their thoughts also. Thank you, sir.
Nimi?
I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Yeah, so basically, we have a word in Sanskrit called Ajat Shatru. And probably that is the perfect one word that describes Satya Prakash. That Ajat Shatru means the person who does not have any enemy, whose enemy has not born at all. So not only like since I know him as a research scholar since 2004, but wherever he went, any meetings or at the office or in the neighborhood, everywhere he only had friends. And usually it is not very common for any person. Even I don't know if it will be possible for any of us that as much as the trauma and grieving the family will be having, the friends, whether it is school friends or colleagues, everybody will be having equal amount of pain and loss, when the person is no more. But that is the exact same thing that defines, state of our minds. And much has been talked about his scientific expertise, and which is totally, there is no debate on that. But the best way we can probably tribute him, or we pay our respect to his soul, that the way we be more like him, whether it is with our family members or with other colleagues or the juniors. So that is something that, every person leaves a legacy. So his legacy could be that we be more like him. I'll start at least from my side, and that is my commitment, that the way he has been more joyful, more empathic to the other people, if we become that kind of a person, the world will become better. So that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Devendra Kumar?
Yes, Namaskar. Actually, I had been associated with him in many of the ways. Like he was the alternate chair of the NAC earlier, and presently also he was a very active member in our standing committee, and also in many of the other committees he was either member or the chairman. So what I have seen him, he was very positive every time, and very cool and calm. Whenever there was some difference of opinion with the people, he would very amicably, he was able to take out the people and make them on the common platform and make a wise decision. And also with his consistent help, we were able to first time complete the 2-stage bidding that Dr. Balasab was mentioning, that about the coastal buoy. We were about to release the PO yesterday, after having the meeting with the vendor, also on certain issues which were agreed with the vendor during the meeting. But unfortunately, that couldn't happen yesterday. And also, he was a very good human being, and we used to celebrate Holi and certain other festivals together, and he used to greet and to the people. And when I went there yesterday, when I saw him, I was feeling like he will get up and he will just say, "Aaya Devendra ji, baitiye, baat kariye." But that was not the actual scenario. And when I spoke to his brother and his family members yesterday, and we told him, okay, whatever is possible from the office, whatever we can do from the office, like all this post passing benefits, like this insurance, gratuity, leave encashment and whatever is possible in the government way, whatever the rule permits, we'll try to do in the best possible time and very quickly and to the best of our ability. And also he requested if in any way that on the compassionate ground or any other ground, if his wife can get some job in the office, then we told him, okay, we'll try to explore and we'll discuss with our management and directors and what are possible. Thank you.
Kiran.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I just want to say something about Satya. So yesterday morning, when I saw the message, it was very hard to realize whether Satya is no more. So I had an interaction with Satya since we joined together from at Inquis in the year 2010. So he was in the same batch. So from there, I have had a lot of interaction with Satya Prakash. And in the 2015, he became close to me as part of this IOE2 expedition. So as part of that, I had a lot of interaction with him, and now he is no more. It is hard to digest, and now this international conference was there in 2020. So on the same day, I had a discussion with him regarding the preparation of this conference. And today there is a meeting for this conference. So now he is no more. So it is very hard to know how to proceed further without him. So whenever this IOI things, when I'm planning to do anything, so he'll be coming into my mind, and we can't realize without him in this project. So I hope I convey my regards to their family members, and I wish him to rest in peace in the next life. That's it. Thank you, sir.
Anybody? Whoever raised their hand, it's over now. Anybody wants to speak about Satya?
Bala, I want to say a few words.
Okay.
I've seen him from the day one of his career at Inquis. As I'm in administration, looking after establishment matters, all those things. He's always a smiled person as well as very positive approach, and he never say no for any sort of things, whether it is official or any personal way. Also, he'll be the first person to help the people. When he was trying to get admission at Bangalore, I got a call from his nearest relative from Bombay. He's trying to get the admission for corona treatment at Bangalore. Can you do help something? What about this reimbursement facility? All those things he asked me. I told I'll try my level best, sir, and you please don't worry for CGHS, all those things. Nowadays, CGHS facility reimbursement for corona, they are not listed fully. And immediately I contacted director sir, and I requested him to contact anyone. He also agreed to. He also told me that I'll contact some friends at Bangalore, like. And immediately after 1 hour, I came to know that. I came to know that.
A confidential document. Yes.
Yeah. He got admitted in Ramaya Hospital. And daily also we used to get the interaction, feedback about his improvement, all those things. He's a very good personality, and he came back I think on 31st May he joined back after Corona thing. He's very positive person, and we miss him at INCOIS. Very good scientist. Of course, I'm not a scientist. Of course, he's a very good human being for that matter. Yesterday, when I went to his home, I met his elder brother also, along with my colleague Devendra Kumar, and we told him the best possible way will help the family in official manner. Please, this is our words from INCOIS. Like I miss him personally also. I wish to have a peace for his soul as well as. Right, sir. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Santosh.
Sir, namaskar. Sir, Dr. Satya Prakash sir was just like a big brother to me, because हमारे बीच में कभी कोई साइंटिफिक टॉक नहीं था, लेकिन एक पर्सनल बॉन्डिंग इतने कम टाइम में डेवलप हो गया था सर. तो जब भी हम लोग मिलते थे, इट वाज जस्ट मतलब कि ही यूज्ड टू जस्ट मेक अस सो कंफर्टेबल कि अगर कुछ पर्सनल लेवल पे हो या प्रोफेशनल लेवल पे हो, लेकिन उनका व्यवहार जो था मतलब बिल्कुल हमें इजी कर देता था कि हाँ जस्ट लीव द लाइफ. दैट वाज हिज मंत्र. एंड ही यूज्ड टू टेल मी एवरी टाइम, संतोष क्या कर रहे हो सैटरडे को, कहीं जाते क्यों नहीं हो, तुमने गाड़ी खरीदा है, कहीं जाते नहीं हो. सो इस तरह की बातें और ये सब चीजें जो याद आ रहा है अभी, मतलब इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू डाइजेस्ट कि वो हमारे बीच में नहीं है. और चाय पे चर्चा एवरी डे वी यूज्ड टू मीट. आई वाज नॉट फ्रॉम द साइंटिफिक कम्युनिटी, लेकिन इतना अच्छा बॉन्डिंग इतने कम समय में उनके साथ जो कि भुलाना शायद बहुत ही मुश्किल है. और हिंदी कमेटी में उनका सहयोग, सपोर्ट, गाइडेंस, मतलब बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला उनसे इतने कम दिनों में. और ही विल बी फॉरएवर इन माय हार्ट. सर मैं यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि भगवान उनकी आत्मा को शांति दे और उनके परिवार को इतनी हिम्मत दे ताकि वो इस क्षति को, इस लॉस को सह सके. धन्यवाद सर.
शिवैया.
Yes, sir. No. So one thing which I felt while I was always looking at Satya sir, that he just, I know his room is just behind my seat. I always see from yesterday onwards, I was looking that room and I'm feeling something. What I don't know about him, like how he is and all. But whenever
Yeah, there is some signal problem.
One nature that I want. Hello, sir.
There's some signal problem, is there?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, now yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me, sir, now?
Yes.
Okay. So when I was observing him, when I observe him or when I look at him, most of the time what I found in him, that he used to walk while keeping his head little bit down, and he used to raise his head when he reaches his room or when he wants to speak somebody else. So this kind of nature, what I found in him, that very few people, like it's a kind of very rare nature, I can say. Like whoever wants to do their things in a polite and a respectful manner, and it's such a pleasant nature without hurting in any manner, like by words or by activity or something else. Wants to do their things in such a pleasant manner. So that kind of people, I used to feel that will have that kind of nature. I personally felt while I'm looking about him. This is what I want to share regarding Dr. Satya Prakash sir. but it's very, very hard and painful for me when I look at him, that I went to his home to as his
Shivaya, you have some signal problem. If
knowledge,
Prasad,
as people already said.
Prasad, you may speak now. Shivaya is not heard.
Hello, good morning, everybody. As far as Dr. Satya Prakash is concerned, he's very polite, kind, and he'll be dealing everything in a cool manner. He's supportive in all the aspects. Even though I have not interacted much with him, we used to have some discussion during the tea time and while taking water from the dispenser. He used to, he used to talk jovially, and we'll be chatting so many things. And apart from that, he's a good researcher. I also cited many of his publications. Those are very good in dissolved oxygen research and Argo data profiles. He did a lot as far as this biogeochemistry is concerned. I pray God Almighty for his soul to rest in peace, and I also pray God to support his family. Thank you very much. Along with me, Anuradha is also there. She wants to say something.
Very hard to digest that Satya Prakash sir is no more, as we all sit in as his room is in our lab. So daily we used to see him awesome, and daily we used to meet. Today it's very hard that he's not with us. And my interaction was when I joined here, we interacted like I was also registered my PhD with Dr. Ramesh on PRL, and he was the first student of Dr. Ramesh. And even I remember today he called me and told Anuradha, Dr. Ramesh passed away. And immediately he left office and to attend his rituals at Mumbai for his death. And today the day is like for his rituals we are talking. The time is very passing such a way. I pray God rest in peace. Thank
you. If nobody is there, I will invite Director Inquires and hand over the mic to Director Inquires.
Thank you, Bala, and thank you, everyone. You are able to hear me?
Yes, Srinivas.
Okay. So, everybody spoke about their experiences with Satya Prakash, and my, interaction with Satya Prakash has been no different. All those good words which have been, told about Satya and his personality, both scientific and personal levels, I'm actually true, I experienced those things very truly with Satya very closely. I mean, he's too young actually to leave us. He was born on 22nd September 1979, which is what, about 41 years, and which is very young. It's very unfortunate that Satya is not amongst us today. I mean, I'm still, like most of you are, I'm still trying to process this incident actually. Since I heard yesterday morning, Sudhir called me actually, I woke up to his call, and then, it was so shocking to hear that Satya is no more. So I'm still trying to process this, shocking incident. In fact, I still, hear Satya's voice actually from my, from the visitors room here. I just met him day before yesterday morning along with Kiran, when we were actually having some discussions on how we should take forward this IAOSC, which was postponed. So I still, hear him and then see him actually walking in the corridors of the office. It's really tragic. Satya joined this office, like Bala mentioned, in 2008. So since then, I have known him very closely. But I have known Satya since 2004. So December 2004 is when my memories go back in time. Since I've known Satya, this was part of a Nippon Foundation Pogo Fellowship Visiting Professorship Program, which was held in Kochi, where I was one of the trainees, and then Satya was also one of the trainees, along with several of other colleagues. Nimit was in the training, and that was when I had my first interaction with Satya. And then he is such a great scientist. You all know that actually from his excellent publications. He's one of the finest biogeochemists that India has ever produced, and in its short time span, the kind of publications, high impact publications that he has made and then contributed to that biogeochemistry is tremendous. So it is irreparable loss, irreplaceable to the scientific community. And being an excellent scientist, Satya never shied away from taking additional responsibilities which you could not call as core science, like management of science. So if you take at the national level, he has done so many projects at INCOIS. He is actually involved with Nagaraja and all that team in establishing our IRMS and primary productivity laboratories, which we have here at INCOIS, which is one of its kind a national facility which we have here. Satya has contributed a lot there because he had that experience and expertise of establishing those labs. So most of it is scientific management kind of work. And then he was also involved heavily in the coastal monitoring mosaic project, the coastal monitoring project, which he really didn't live long enough to see the benefits or what the program is going to produce. But he was the brain behind, designing the buoys, and then he was working closely with Bala and several other colleagues to actually install those buoys and then come up with water quality forecasting. So in the next 1 year or so, even recently when we had this, when he made a presentation as part of Sudhir's group discussions, we had intense discussions on how we should go forward, and he had very clear ideas. Even after that meeting, I discussed with Satya on how we should actually deploy our people, experts, in a way that we could be able to reach that goal. So he was like very involved in all these things. In addition to his scientific temper and knowledge, he was also doing a lot on the scientific management aspects and then trying to deliver things that INCOIS needs. Now, other very important thing that Satya was also involved, and when he did it very silently, several of his scientific colleagues and friends may be knowing, but several of others may not be knowing that his contributions with the international management of the International Indian Ocean Expedition 2, he was involved from day one when the design of this experiment started sometime in 2012, and then he has been continuously engaged. So we should really remember his contributions to IAOE2 right now when we speak about him. And then he's also the executive director of the International Project Office of the Cyber. So Satya has been contributing very largely for these both international programs. And of course, they come under the IOBUS umbrella, so he's been working with all this entire IO Goose community. He was working closely with NF Pogo, Nippon Foundation Pogo colleagues. And he was also working closely with the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission colleagues to actually design a lot of scientific programs, not only help people within the Indian Ocean region, but across the globe. And as we speak, condolences are pouring in from all quarters, and not surprisingly so. I am actually receiving messages from IOC, from the Ocean Observing Panel for Climate, of which Satya was very closely involved, and from IAOE too. So all quarters. So everybody have started already missing Satya Prakash. He is already being very sorely missed, like how we are missing him. His family is missing him. The whole international science community is missing Satya. So in his short career, he has made such a good name for himself, for the institute, and for the country. So it is such a loss that Satya is no longer with us. And I also want to convey the condolences of our Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences. In fact, I sent this message to him as soon as I came to know yesterday. And then they have actually expressed our scientists, senior colleagues at MOES. They have conveyed their condolences to Satya Prakash. They all know Satya's contributions and work at INCOIS, and then they convey their condolences to INCOIS and to Satya's family. So I've requested Santosh to consolidate all the messages that we are receiving so that we can actually prepare a small tribute for Satya and then pass it on to his family, because they will be very proud to know what Satya has achieved, because a lot of work we do at work, we don't take it home to our homes. So it is very important that we actually convey our sentiments of our international colleagues to Satya's family. So we will do that. And so today, as Kiran mentioned, in fact, we were replanning the IOSC meeting to 2022, and Satya was heavily involved in these activities. In fact, yesterday we had a meeting with a vendor who will provide the technology, and today we are having an LOC meeting which Satya himself organized. And then it is so sad for me to now, go to this meeting without Satya. It is such a, a sad moment for me. I really don't know how I'm going to get into that meeting afternoon at 2:15. But I actually really thought we should go ahead, we should move ahead. So in fact, it also struck me that maybe we just cancel this meeting, but I really thought that is not Satya would have liked us to do. Satya would actually sitting there up in the heavens, he wants us to take forward his initiatives. And that was the thing when I mentioned in my email, short email yesterday addressing all of you, the best tribute that we can pay to Satya is to really push forward his initiatives, his scientific programs, his thinking, like a lot of you told how good a person he was. So we should really take this forward, spread positivity, spread cheer, because that is the person he was, and then that is the principles he believed in. So let us actually move ahead and then start whatever he started, those great initiatives that will help the country and the scientific community. We should actually take them forward. And other thing that I also wanted to mention is, see, this was the first time that INCOIS has really lost a close colleague. So INCOIS is not a, we were set up in 2001. So this is the first time that we are losing direct colleague. And it is really a sad thing for all of us. Everybody is feeling it. Whomever I see, whoever talked today or whomever have not talked today, and I met them actually, and they have been calling me personally. I've been discussing with them. I mean, it is a tremendous loss to INCOIS. So all of you should stay strong and then take forward Satya's ideals. And so Satya, he left a huge void. He left really big shoes to fill. So like several of you also mentioned, I don't think we'll be finding another Satya. So we have to really, it's a big loss. So Satya has left a really huge void, not only in INCOIS, but in the international science space, in IOE2, etc. So the one lesson we have to actually take is that COVID is still a reality. And earlier in the phase 1, we were only hearing that, okay, somewhere somebody got impacted. In phase 2, really it has come to our doorstep. Our own colleagues started getting affected. And then now you see this is an impact. Satya got affected. He fought bravely. He came out of the COVID. And then we were also happy that he was back amongst us. He was his usual self, joyful, cheerful. But then you see what happened now. So these long-term impacts of COVID, they are becoming a reality because there is not enough data for the government or for the experts to work on so that they can draw a trend. So each of us has to be really careful whether something happened due to the vaccine or not due to vaccine. Nobody knows actually. So only thing that we should try to do is we have to be very careful with COVID. We have to protect ourselves. We have to protect our friends whom we are working with. We have to protect our families. And only way we can do is to actually stick to those guidelines that are actually being put before us, and then look forward. Even if there is somebody who's a survivor of COVID, we need to be I think, are you able to hear me again? I think I got disconnected for a moment. Yeah.
Yes,
so
we can.
What happened to Satya Prakash? Exact that cardiac arrest. As a result of long-term impacts of COVID, those instances are becoming more and more. So I think if we haven't got COVID, then we have got vaccinated. We should still be careful about all the social distancing, masks, etc. And then even if some of us got COVID and if we have recovered from COVID, even then we should not take things lightly. So we should continue to follow the doctor's advice, follow what is happening in the international space, follow the regulations, and then continue to consult the doctors and then make sure that we are actually not having those long-term complications. It is very unfortunate what happened with Satya Prakash. In fact, we need to really, please bear that in mind because we are having so many people around us, those are getting impacted by COVID actually. So please be careful and stay safe. And as far as, let us all pray that Satya rests in peace, but then he will live eternally in all our hearts. So he has, made his space in our hearts. So we will continue to, he'll continue to live with us. And then whatever support, possible support that we have to extend to his family, we should all, as persons, as individual, friends of Satya, and as office, officially, whatever is actually support that is actually possible from INCOIS, our admin colleagues will, extend that support. Already Devendra Kumar, Subramaniam were mentioning, and it has my full support. So we will let us continue to support Satya's family in this time of grief. I know they are in a huge, sorrow. So let us actually, we will convey on behalf of INCOIS, actually, let us convey our deepest sympathies, to them and then continue to support them. So I will actually, stop here and then, I mean, it's really a sorrowful situation that all of us are in and Satya's family is. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Yes, Srinivas. So once again, we'll pray his Atma Shanti, Nitya Shanti, and eternal peace of the soul of Dr. Satya Prakash. And also, we should be with the family of Dr. Satya Prakash. Yes.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Before I just wanted to show a few pictures of Satya. While you continue to speak.
Srinivas.
Are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes. Yes, Srinivas.
Yeah, I'm sure several of you. Yeah, I mean, this is sometime in 2004. This is from the Pogo Fellowship, where Satya was part of the field trip. He was looking so young, and he was that time, doing his PhD in PRL. So this is, he was, sporting a nice small beard. So you see him here. I'll just run up and then try to stop wherever Satya. So this was a training run by Professor Trevor Clark and Subhash Satyendranath. So it was a wonderful, actually, it was almost a training time of 3 months where, all the participants bonded so well. And Satya was such an integral part, and he was such a cheerful, you see, wherever you see Satya there sitting in the middle, you see. And then, he was always happy and always trying to engage people, always trying to share his knowledge. So those were my first, impressions and, my memories of Satya. And this, you recognize who is this. This is Nimit, actually. He was also part of the training here. It is Nimit. So, yeah, like Nimit said, his association with Satya also goes back a very long time. Yeah, you see Satya here again. And then you see him here. You see him here. So, yeah, those were some of the old memories of Satya. Of course, we have these recent memories. So you see him standing here as part of the group. So I thought I'd just show you some of those old pictures of Satya. And then I also have a few pictures which I pulled out from one of the IOGU's IOE 2 IOP meetings, which was held in Phuket. This was later in 2011. So yeah, this is what you see Satya, nonchalantly sitting, and then he was waiting for his room to be ready. We were all sitting in the reception because our rooms were not ready at that time. So this is actually along with the inquires, and this was the Indian delegation that actually went for that meeting. You see Satya here sitting in the middle. So yeah, you see Satya standing here. This was more recently in 2014. So yeah, we miss him and all these great. But I think, like I said, his memories will be live always in our hearts. He will be alive. Yeah. Thank you, Bala. Sorry to interrupt you in the middle. Actually, I just wanted to show some of this.
Thank you, Srinivas. It's very memories are always. Now it's become very painful. Okay, Srinivas, I think we'll disperse if anybody has to make any views. Otherwise, we'll disperse. We'll again pray for his eternal peace. Be always with their family. Thank you. Thank you.